you could accept the fact that the city is headed for a disaster of biblical proportion. Biblical. What it means is Old Testament. Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire, brimstone, skies, rivers, seas, boiling, flames, and darkness, earthquakes, human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, esteemed critics and binge watchers extraordinaire, gather around, indulge me for just a few moments in a tale of the highest highs and lowest lows of television trials. Yes, I'm taking you on a magical tour through the graveyard of TV curiosities. Those shows that saw the light of a single solitary episode before being banished to the realms of forgotten VHS tapes and distant IMDb listings. So I want all of you to just step with me into the annals of television history, where ambition met confusion and novelty met, well, canceled. No, not like the canceled of today. Meaning like the show's canceled. Right. So, and of course, where else would we begin than with, "Hail, honey, I'm home. Hail, honey. Hail, honey, I'm home." Yes, you heard that right. "Hail, honey, I'm home." The show that dared. Oh, oh boy, how did it dare? To turn Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun into bickering suburban neighbors. Opposite of, yep, you guessed it, a Jewish couple. No, I'm serious. It's called Heil, Honey, I'm Home. It was a story about Adolf Hitler and his wife, who are neighbors, moving in next to a Jewish couple in 1990. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I mean, what did the producers think, right? What could go wrong, right? Everything, absolutely. I mean, isn't the media? Isn't there Jewish bosses in the media to begin with? Who greenlit this? I mean, come on. Oh, good grief. Well, one episode later, viewers were aghast, and the show was sent running for the hills faster than you could say bad taste. Golly. Next, what's up on next? Oh yes, the Garbage Pail Kids, based on the trading cards. Yeah, they were banned for ruining childhoods across America. The animated version made its debut in 1987. Just picture it: grotesque children with questionable hygiene and dubious morals showing up on Saturday mornings. Parents flipped faster than flapjacks at a pancake breakfast. The network pulled it after just one episode. Who knew turning gross out gags into life lessons wouldn't fly? Shocked. Not shocked. Oh, and let's not forget Turn On, a show so disastrously ahead of its time it was canceled mid-episode. Right. No, I'm serious. Mid-episode. Can you imagine? Mid-episode. We're filming the pilot, or the pilot is debuting. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the networks are like, cut the hard line. Cut the hard line. Oh, man. Not even an entire episode. Premiering in 1969, it was supposed to be a daring, tech-savvy comedy sketch show. The plug was pulled so swiftly in some regions that viewers might have thought they hallucinated the whole thing. Oh man, did you see that? You're out of your mind. That never came on TV. I'm sure. I swear there was a show, and it was halfway through, and then all of a sudden they cut the hard line. And everybody looks at you like you're crazy. Never happened. Show me the VHS tape. You don't have one? Never happened. Never happened. But yeah, it was a flash, a flicker, and then poof, darkness. And then there's Lawless, a gem from 1997 starring Hall of Famer Brian Bosworth. I didn't know that NFL players became actors, but hey, I mean, why not? Action-packed crime drama, Brian took on the criminal underworld with the flair that only an ex-linebacker could muster. But alas, viewers were more befuddled than bewitched. Pilot aired, and let's just say the show got tackled harder to the ground than probably anything in its career. But wait, there's more. Remember Emily's Reasons Why Not? Well, of course not. Heather Graham starred in it. This was 2006 as a self-help author navigating romantic debacles. The show was supposed to be a surefire hit. One episode aired, and ABC, Disney, said, no, Emily, we don't need to hear another reason. And poof, it was gone. And now, here's a good one for the people who enjoy reality TV. How about the Osbournes Reloaded? Attempting to recapture the glory of the Osbournes, this variety show with Ozzy and family splattered onto screens in 2009. Audiences, alas, were neither reloaded or remotely entertained. Fox pulled it faster than you can say, Sharon! Now, let's not underestimate South of Sunset. Glenn Frey, the Eagles guitarist, traded his strings for sleuthing in this 1993 detective drama. And despite his musical prowess, audiences gave him the silent treatment. One episode in, they said, Glenn, take it easy. Take it easy. And we're out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, these shows dared to dream. I bet briefly. They may have crashed and burned, but they left a smoldering ember of what the, huh? In our hearts. And that, my friends, is something to cherish. You see, even a one-hit wonder song will live on in your shower, karaoke sessions. You hum Ice Ice Baby. You belt out Tainted Love. But as for the likes of Heil, honey, I'm home, not a chance. And that's the beauty here, folks. You can't be haunted by a flop. You can't even remember. I mean, right? I mean, think about it. So until next time, just remember, sometimes it's better to turn to burn out in 24 minutes than overstay, only to fade away. And that's the truth. I mean, think about it. I mean, you at least remember the one-hit wonder songs, right? You do remember the one-hit wonder songs. But outside of that, you don't remember any. I mean, you don't remember any of these pilots. I don't remember any of these pilots. Professor Deep Cut Dave might remember some of these pilots. And maybe throughout the month of January, we're celebrating pilots. No, not the aviation time. Although tip of the cap to all the captains out there. But no. So we're talking about pilot episodes that were only ran one time. And so we do have a whole list of fun stuff that we will be going over in just a few moments when we bring the professor here on with us in about 15 minutes or so. About 15 minutes. A couple of people here in the chat, Tiny Plastic, Ragnar, the Jobo Experience, Miss Mandalore, a couple of people there in the chat. So thank you so much for joining in. Shout out to Cato, Big M over here on some of the other streams. We're on Facebook, YouTube X, and Instagram. Facebook, YouTube X, and Instagram. That's at Sam Newsman all over social media. Now, of course, like I said, we are talking about the pilots, but it was a new year. Hold on, let me see if I can get over here. Let's grab the newspaper, because there was some interesting things that happened over the course of the last couple of days. The newspaper here. This is the Washington Post, ladies and gentlemen. The Washington Post. And of course, it is a new year, so happy New Year to everybody here on this fourth day of January in the year 2025, broadcasting live from the beautiful sunny campus here at the University of Richmond. Now, the Washington Post here has some of the stories. Now you remember just the other day, the tragic event down in New Orleans. I think last time 15 people had passed away. The same day, a Tesla truck blew up in front of a Trump hotel in Las Vegas. And as of yesterday, it took him a couple of voting rounds, but Speaker Johnson was voted Speaker again. And so, oh man. So, well, no, I listen. I think that it's going to get pretty interesting here, right? Because here I'm asking everybody right now, what happened to the drones? What happened to the drones? Yeah, I mean there was no. I mean the drone stuff just went kaput. Shout out to Corey, Mary, Cobra Viper. So no, but that's true. I mean, think about it. What happened to all of the drone talk? I mean, it just went away. I mean, everybody was freaking out about drones, and if somebody ends up plowing a car down in the French Quarter, killing a bunch of people. People say there was IED explosives all over the place. And then they were like, oh my gosh, it's a terrorist attack. Oh, terror, 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 terror. And then the FBI comes in and is like, oh no, hold on, pump the brakes, hold on, hold on. So FBI says that a video shows that the Army veteran was just acting alone. He was placing coolers with bombs nearby. So Cato saying there is some new news on the drones and Vegas as of last night. This Vegas one is what reading unknown if the intent was to kill others as far as the Tesla blast, which is being called a suicide. Now, I think I did hear there was a manifesto. There was a manifesto, if I'm not mistaken. Probably this is what Cato is talking about. Maybe it's the manifesto that was released talking about the drones and how the only two countries that have the type of drone capabilities that people have been seeing is, in fact, China and the U.S. And some of my other, of course, information that now you do know that I do have access to all kinds of stuff, right? So, I mean, I was reporting since Roswell, signed a bunch of classified NDAs, and as one after the other end up, becoming, expiring, unless the General Shoes goons come up in here and have me sign a couple more documents, be able to talk about some of this stuff. But in terms of the drones, the two countries, the manifesto was a whistleblower. See, I mean, of course. Now, this manifesto was very interesting because it does end up implicating, I believe, was it war crimes? War crimes. For the it wasn't Afghanistan, was it? It was something. It was war in 2019. Well, right, it was during the Trump era. It was a big cover up. So, but well, listen, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But they are saying that the manifesto is legitimate. They're treating it as legitimate. If you read the manifesto, I don't have the manifesto here in front of me right now, but the manifesto does, I do believe, implicate that there was some war criminal activity that was covered up back in 2019. Now, here's the interesting thing, folks. Now, you think that just because you heard that, there was no wars during the 4 years Trump was in office, doesn't mean there wasn't military operations going on, right? So there was military operations happening all over the place, but so we'll see what comes of it. What's very interesting is this silly judge up in New York still going to do sentencing for Trump or whatever. Now, is Trump even going to show up? I don't think he's going to show up. I mean, why would he show up? I mean, it makes no sense. It's just a witch hunt. And no, listen, I mean, hey, far be it from me to point fingers if you give somebody some hush money. But even people, when you start looking at it, it's not even really that. Ah, golly. What a week. What a week. Did I tell you it's only the fourth day of the year? It's only the fourth day of the year, folks. It's only the fourth day of the year. 2025 has started off with a bang and a boom and a honk and tragedy. And people are saying, well, 2025, I'm looking so forward to it. It's going to be great. Oh, my gosh. Buckle up. Buckle up indeed. Because what you think is going to be good for you, what you think is going to be good for you, can I just tell you right now, you think that some of the things that are going to be put in place are good, only for me to tell you right now, the things that they put in place throughout the course of the next couple of years will circle back and be pointed directly at you. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You voted for this. And I'm going to tell you right now, in the words of Cato, this will be a poop show. That's right. 2025 will be a poop show. I mean, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Listen, I hope that on January 20th, we're all holding hands and singing Kumbaya. However, I have a sneaking suspicion that we'll be shouting at each other while Mazel Tov cocktails are bursting in air. Was it and the rockets red glare, Molotovs bursting in air. It's 2005 and nobody does care. Absolutely ridiculous. So one of the things though that we are going to get into here in just a few moments, radio only segment coming up with the Professor Deep Cut Dave. We're talking about pilot episodes. Now, some of the ones that I was just talking about a few moments, I don't have any of those on deck at the moment, but I will eventually throughout the month have some of those on deck as we go throughout this course of this month, talking about pilot episodes that only ran once. That's the reason why you don't know a lot of these shows, because they only ran one time only. One time only. At Sam Newsman, all over social media. That's at Sam Newsman, all over social media is where you're going to find me. We'll be back on the Sam Cams. That's at Sam Newsman. Around 11, what was it? 11:05, 11:11-ish. 11:11-ish, I'll be back live here on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and X. In the meantime, download the Live 365 app. Search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to the radio-only segments, including Dave's segment, which is coming up in just a few moments. Broadcasting live from the beautiful sunny campus here at the University of Richmond, you are listening to WDCE 90.1 FM. Setting the standard and raising the bar here on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real media puppet. From the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell, I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning.